So it is day 3 of excavation, and you guys are doing what today?
We're going to be leveling the bottom of the hole.
After this, we have our open hole inspection tomorrow morning, and then we'll be able to put in the concrete blocks and the forms and everything we need to pour our foundation, and then another inspection on that before we pour concrete. So we're making progress today. All right, and we are heading down for our inspection. They're gonna go look in our gaping hole. Yep. Wish us luck. Here they come. Here she is, all leveled out and pretty. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is it. There's the hole.
This is an easy one. I like this. Well, I'll poke around, make sure it's all good. All right.
He said this will be easy. That's a good sign. It's a good hole, he says. Guess what this face is? We passed! Now we just got to set up the forms, and then we have another inspection after we set the forms up. So here we go. It's time to build a house. And now we're going for some deep penetration with some welds. I wore this for my Jane cosplay.
Make sure there are no butane lighters in the pockets. All right.
I had a very cunning hat and a very cunning bra.
So there are your chunks that are going on.
Okay.
There are 2 per side per column.
And how are they going on?
I've already measured up about 1 foot and put a soapstone mark, so it'll go pretty much on top of that.
And then tack it and then weld it all the way across?
Yep. And same deal up here, and I think I made those 3 feet down. It doesn't really give dimensions on the plans, but I figure we're gonna have about 2 feet sticking out, so that should be pretty close. So from there, ground clamp is on. It'll let you know if it's not.
Ready?
Sure.
That didn't do anything.
Yeah, make sure you get some on the, well, probably start your puddle on the beam since that's where the grounding clamp is, and then just kind of pull the puddle up on the rebar.
Like that?
Yeah, a little more on the rebar. Yep, that looks pretty good. And remember kind of your O's or cursive E's or however you want to think of it.
Okay.
But give her hell. Go fairly slow because you want to tie that in really well.
Okay.
So it's a lot slower than you'd probably think. And it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be strong. A little bit more on the column.
Okay.
And you could probably go a teeny bit faster.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be some screwing around with it. Yep. Just a whole bunch of that.
So I can see.
Yep. All right, so confirmed. Lighting is critical. I'm gonna go grab a broom and get some of these pine needles and crap cleared out. Every so often check to make sure that nothing's on fire.
Okay. I have completed my first weld on this project. Yay! It's better than my last weld was.
As you can see, it's kind of undercutting.
Okay.
But I wanted to get it to stick to this stuff really well. If it were something more cosmetic, I might be concerned with it and dial it in more precisely, but I wanted to get enough heat into the column itself.
Okay, so this is just to make sure this stuff sticks to it. And what are these for again?
These are just to maintain this column's vertical position in the concrete, so it can't, if it were just a smooth wall tube, it could conceivably push through the concrete.
Okay.
So this is kind of like the ridges on rebar. It's the concrete wraps around that stuff and keeps it from going anywhere.
Okay.
There, I think I've cleared most of the easily flammable stuff. It's not pretty, but
I gotta get the ends.
yeah, throw a little bit more on the end. Looks like your stick out went maybe kind of long here.
Yeah.
Because it's got some porosity. You see those little holes?
Okay.
And it'll do the same thing if the wind takes away your shielding gas. Yep. Well, usually worse. Ends up looking all spongy and Yep, that'll do it.
A little lower here.
Yeah, a little bit there, and I think the rest of it's pretty solid. That's what makes this a good project. It doesn't have to be pretty. Only 44 to go.
At the end of day 3, Mike and I have done a ton of welding on the square tubes that'll go inside the sono tubes. And Mike set all this stuff up so that tomorrow we can start setting up our forms. So, getting closer.